I welcome you to my today's wonderful lesson. Let us have chemistry to those who are writing in 2025. Okay, under organic chemistry, they're saying the diagram shows the sum reaction of a butanoic acid, where the gas was A, then the salt was B. So now, how did it come about the gas A and gas B? So when this acid, which is the butanoic acid, this is the butanoic acid, it is reacting with sodium. Okay, so an acid, when reacting with sodium, or rather a metal, it produces a gas and also a salt. Okay, then again, this acid reacted with a carbonate, and you know, when it reacts with the carbonate, it produces a salt, a gas, and also a liquid. That liquid is water. So now we must get to understand to say under what you call salts, bases, acid, and salts, we mentioned to say every metal reacting with an acid, it produces a gas and a salt. So according to this, we must get to understand to say this butanoic acid, always, as long as it's an acid, it produces hydrogen gas. Okay, so this gas must be hydrogen what? Hydrogen what? Hydrogen gas. Okay, then now a salt that is kindly produced. Remember, this is butanoic acid, then this is sodium. So this is, as it is butanoic acid, what is it that is making an acid? It's because of this carboxylic acid. This one is the one that is making it to be butanoid. Are we getting the point? So this is a butano, just like that. I mean, this is a butane like that. Then after it had to combine with an acid which is a carboxylic acid, it formed the butanoic acid. So this butanoic acid, as it is reacting with sodium, it forms the what you call the salt. That salt, it is what you call the butanoid, sodium butanoate. That salt, it is what we call the sodium butanoate. The sodium butanoate. Sodium butanoate. Okay. For instance, if this was for instance, if this we considered as maybe one of the things that maybe we can talk about methanoic acid. If this was methanoic acid reacting with the sodium, a salt produced can be what? Can be sodium methanoate. So this methanoate, that is it. This is the name of a salt. Okay, so here we have sodium butanoate. Okay, so that is it. Then now this butanoic acid reacted with sodium carbonate. So every time you have an acid reacting with what you call the carbonates, every time the carbonates, it is reacting with an acid, it produces three things. It produces a salt, it produces it produces liquid, it also produces a gas. So here the gas that is kindly produced, it is what you call the salt that is produced. It is the same salt. You can see the salt. What is that salt? It is B, which is sodium butanoate. Then the gas that is kindly produced, it is hydrogen gas. Okay, so I mean the gas that is produced is carbon dioxide. Okay, so every time a carbonate, it is reacting with a metal. A carbonate is reacting with an acid. It produces a gas which is carbon dioxide, water, and also a salt. So a salt, the same salt which is produced, which is B, which is sodium butanoate, no problem. Then the gas, it is not compared to gas A. This is hydrogen because this is just a metal. So if it's a carbonate, it is carbon dioxide. Okay, it is carbon dioxide. Guess now you've had to understand when I was explaining under acid, bases, and salts how the reactions were being done. I said every acid reacting with carbonate, it produces three things: water, carbon dioxide, and a salt. Are we getting the point? Yet we did some of the examples previously. So we have the other thing, which is the liquid D, which is what? Water. Okay, which is water. So according to the first question you've answered, where they're saying A, B, and C, A, B, C, and D are different substances. Identify the name of the names of A, B, C, and D. Okay. So according to the second question, where they're saying name and draw the display structure of E. So you want to name, then here this side we kindly draw. Okay, so we want to name the structure which is Z. Name and draw the display structure of E. So we want to name the structure which is making the liquid E. Okay, so we must get to understand something. You know, this butanoic acid, it was now heated with the methanol. So this, as long as you come across with this no, this simply means that it is a what? An alcohol. So an acid reacting with an alcohol, an acid reacting with the alcohol, it produces what we call an ester. Are we getting the point? So if they ask you in an exam what is an ester, you say it is the combination of acids and also what? Alcohol. What is esterization? It's the process of combining acid and alcohol, just like that. Okay, so that is it. So acids and also alcohols, once they combine, they form what you call an ester. So according to this is butanoic. This is butanoic acid reacting with what? Reacting with the methanol. So once you react them together, it will form an ester. Now they're saying name an ester. So before we name that ester, let us kindly form them. Before you name the ester, let us form it. Okay, so according to methanol, we write it like this, we draw it like this. You know, it is the first in the reaction. Are we getting the point? It is the first in the fractionating group. Okay, so according to this, we are going to have alcohol like this. This is the way on how you write alcohol. This is an alcohol. So the way it is under the stage, from there we are going to have this that is going to be picked. You can see that this is what we call an alcohol. So this alcohol is called methanol. Are we getting the point? This methanol, then this is butanoic acid. So once you combine them through the process of called adding, we are going to be left out with we are going to remove out this H and this H and this O. So these two H, they make H2, then this is O, they make water. So under the sterilization, water, it is a byproduct, it is removed. Are we getting the point? So we remove out water. Then now the one that remained, we call it as what? We call it as an ester. So that ester, it is called methyl, it will be called methyl butanoate. Are we getting the point? Methyl butanoate. Methyl butanoate. Methyl beta what? Butanoate. That is what we call the name of an ester that is formed. It will be called the methyl butanoate. According to the question here, again they're saying name. So we want to name. So according to the name, we are going to say it's the methyl like this, butanoate. Okay, so this is the name of what you call an ester. Okay, so here since I've said draw the structure. So since we've removed this, right? Just you can see that we've had to remove. After removing now, we are going to be left out with a structure. What is the structure? I'm just going to draw it here so that you begin to understand. I'll draw this, what remained, which is H, C, H, like that. This is removed. I'm going just to write this C, 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 like that. C, O, H. Okay. I'm remaining with all these, which is hydrogen, 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 like that. Hydrogen, 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 hydrogen. This is non-hydrogen. It is the double bond formed with oxygen, the one that forms what you call the butanoic acid. So here we've had to remove water through the process of what you call esterilization. Okay, so that is it. So this is the structure that's supposed to be drawn. Here they're saying name and draw the structure, which is the displayed structure. So that is it. So today that is where we are rushing to. Guess you had to at least grasp something from the topic. That is where I want to come and concentrate to, as I'll be teaching organic chemistry. Okay, so that is it. Bye bye.